Hi, my name is Kylie Blacksell. I'm from Human Happiness, and welcome to your new moon in Aquarius on the 16th of February yoga class. So we're just starting with an activation, so we're just warming up the body and just doing a bit of a flick down towards the floor. And this yoga class happens about every second week. I do the class in line with the new moons and the full moons, so just bringing your hands a little higher. If you do have blood pressure issues, heart condition, shoulder issues, just keep the hands low. Always keep them around about the height of the head. Otherwise, you're welcome to bring them a little bit higher. And then around to the side. And so they're based on the planet's astrology and numerology for that fortnight around that particular moon. And this one, of course, is a new moon in Aquarius, and it's also a solar eclipse. It's a partial solar eclipse. Coming back into the middle and just going around in a circle. So again, if there's blood pressure, heart conditions, keep the head above the waist and not going too far down there. And if you do have any concerns about doing yoga, please do consult your health professional before you continue to do the class. But I do discuss all of the health considerations as we go through the class. So around in a circle, flicking out anything that you've brought with you, any troubles you're holding in your shoulders there, any weight you're holding there on your shoulders, just flick it out. Ah, nice flick there. Let's go the other way. Definitely have yourself a water bottle nearby, and and that's pretty much all you really need to have. Sometimes you may need a chair or a yoga strap in the class as well. I'm just wearing comfortable clothing. So just coming back into the middle. So as I said, we do have a new moon in Aquarius coming up on the Friday the 16th. For us on Australian Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be 8:05 a.m. on Friday morning. We've also got a few things happening before that I'm also doing this class for, to help you basically cope a little bit better and be able to harness the energy from what's going on as well. So it's not only to counter any negative things that might be coming through with what's happening with the planets and the moon and the numerology of the month, but also to help you harness the good stuff and to really push through with that and to utilize it to your benefit. So just moving across, just a little bit of stretch in the side of the body there. Okay, so on Monday the 12th of February, there's a lot of revolutionary energy going on, and very intense relationship issues might come up, particularly around freedom and independence versus security. I get all this information from Pam Gregory, who has an online YouTube broadcast every fortnight as well. So I use her information for the astrology, and I do all the numerology calculations. So it only lasts, this relationship stuff only lasts, just tapping opposite knee with opposite hand, only lasts sort of about 24 hours, so don't get all panicky and, do anything dramatic over that short period of time. But just allowing you to sort of ride through that wave a little bit. And the sequence that we do today will actually help you have a little bit more clarity and focus around that as well. So it's a lovely idea to do this class on the 12th or around the 12th to help you with that. Also Saturday the 17th of February, which is the day after the eclipse. Of course, we feel the eclipse. Let's go for the heels back there. We feel the eclipse 4 days either side anyway, so you'll be experiencing that anyway from pretty much Monday as well. But there may be on Saturday the 17th a bit of lethargy and confusion might be coming up for you. You might be feeling a bit flat in energy. Come back to the knees there. And again, this yoga class will help you to lift your energy and also will give you focus. So again, maybe a good idea to schedule in doing this class again on Saturday the 17th particularly. Let's do a little bit of hip circles, so just very gentle circles around, and always doing this work within your limits. I will talk about the health considerations, but if you have any concern, pull back a little bit if something feels a little bit too much. And let's go in the other direction. And of course, Friday, the 16th, at 8:05 a.m, we experience a partial solar eclipse with our new moon. And it's also happening over the south node. Let's do some little figure eights here, some little infinity symbols with your hips. Which means we need to release our past. So there's also some stuff in this sequence that will help you with that. And of course, being a new moon, it's big new beginnings. And let's go the other way. But there's also a growth, a very strong growth energy emphasized here because we have Jupiter square the sun and the moon. So, and Jupiter's all about growth. So, big visions, stepping into your future self. Just nice little infinity symbols with your hands here. And again, keep the hands a little bit low if you have those same considerations we discussed earlier. And keep your head above your waist for blood pressure, heart condition. So yeah, very big new beginnings. Being your bigger person. And of course, Aquarius, the energy of Aquarius is all about equality. It's very revolutionary. It's into original and creative thinking. So we're also going to harness that energy with our sequence today. So this sequence is pretty amazing. I probably don't do it often enough. And that's probably because I'm a pitta. So if you know anything about Ayurveda, the pitta is a very hot energy. And so this can actually warm you up a bit. Doesn't mean pittas can't do the sequence. It just means they need to sort of take it easy a little bit and maybe not go quite so full on, particularly if it's summer for you at the moment. Just bringing your hands in underneath, doing a little bit of a scoop. This is great for the kidneys, waking those kidneys up. So this particular sequence we're going to do activates your solar energy within you. So your solar plexus really brings that energy to the forefront. And being a solar eclipse, that's a fantastic thing to do. Brings in creative, dynamic creativity, resourcefulness, spontaneity and enthusiasm, which is great. And emotional and mental balance, clarity and focus, and a big opening in the chest and bringing you into the present moment. So for those of you who have done some yoga before, who maybe have done the yoga with me or who are actually yoga teachers, you might have guessed it's the solar, the Surya Namaskara, which is the salutation to the sun. So coming back to the eyes. So this is a fairly vigorous sequence, but it can be modified, so don't be concerned if you have any health considerations. I'll show you the modifications as well, so that will be happening there. Remembering also it's an 11-2 universal year, so we're still in our, obviously for the next 10 months, we're going to be in the universal year of 2, which is all about that cooperation and working together. And so palms faced away from each other, opening up the shoulders and just leaning forward, breathing out and then breathing in, opening up. Nice and gentle if you have any hernia issues or any recent abdominal surgery, just nice and not so far back. Breathing in and out. We also are still in our 4 universal month, and quite a bit of the work we're going to do today, particularly our pranayama and mudra that we do later, will help you with your 4 universal month. Getting stuff done. Remember, we're still riding all the planets moving forward at the moment, which is a fantastic opportunity to get stuff done. You're halfway through that. It's going to still be happening until early March, about the 8th or 9th of March, so you've still got a little while, a few weeks to harness that incredible forward moving energy, and so we're going to be working on that as well. And the sun sequence is a great thing to do, to be resourceful and creative and have balance, emotional balance and things like that, just to really be able to push forward with that energy. And then I'm just going to rearrange this. It's getting a little bit wobbly there. And just right foot forward, hands up, and then come back into the middle and right foot to the back. and coming back into the middle. So just a very gentle, what you're doing here is getting just a little bit of a back bend, but again, always within your limits. And just enjoying that. This is just warming up the body, activating the spine. Come back into the middle and preparing you for your yoga. We're going to take it nice and easy today. We're going to do this sequence, and we're really going to make sure that everyone who's watching, even if you're pregnant or you have back issues, anything like that, you can do this sequence and you can do it well, and you can really enjoy the incredible energy that it brings for you and allows you to really move forward and harness this new beginning we get with this new moon and the solar eclipse. So once more there, and back into the middle, and then you can grab onto a chair if you need to, or a wall, or just have your hands out to the side. If you do have hip issues, if you've had recent hip surgery, if you have osteoporosis, balance issues, knee or ankle issues, please keep your foot on the floor and just wriggle. Otherwise you can come up, have a good shake. So there are quite a few health considerations for this particular sequence. If you've ever heard of the sun sequence before, circles with your ankle in one direction, and then around in the other direction, and then out the side. If you have heard of the sun sequence before, you will understand that it does have quite a few fairly vigorous movements, a little bit of a swing. I don't recommend doing this at night time before you go to bed, unless you do the very modified version, because it will keep you awake. It really will get you going. A little bit of a swing there, up and around and back, and again obviously keeping the feet much lower, possibly even feet still on the floor if there's any hip issues here. And a little bit of a shake, and let's go to the other side. So again, you can grab a chair if you need to there. So yeah, you'll have to be a little bit patient as we go through that. But of course you can watch this video again and just fast forward to the spot where the sequence begins. Circles with your ankle and do the sequence again. And around the other way. But please obviously do the warm-up and the activation, and be conscious of the health considerations, particularly if you bring any friends in to do the sequence with you. And the back, and a bit of a swing. We're also on the day of the 16th. It's also a universal day. So there's a lot of that finding balance and cooperating with other people up and around. This year really is about opening up your heart. It's the gateway to your heart plane when we think about things numerologically speaking. Coming back to the middle, lovely. It is all about cooperation and working in harmony with people. So we'll also be harnessing quite a bit of that today as well. Okay, so we're ready. We're going to do a little bit of stretching first, sorry, apologies. So have your feet about hip width apart, and then have a little bit of space in front of you, and then just do a nice decent step forwards if that's comfortable for you, but keeping the feet still about hip width apart. So have a little bit of distance between your feet and have the toes pointing straight ahead, and then just gently lean in on that front leg. But you don't want the knee, and I'll show you to the side, you don't want the knee to come past your ankle. So you want the knee to be just above your ankle there. And you should be feeling a stretch in the large calf muscle at the back. So just enjoying that stretch there. Woo. Get myself balanced there. And of course, do please have a chair with you if you're concerned about your balance issues here. Give it a nice good stretch. The sun sequence does stretch these calf muscles quite strongly. And of course, if you feel something stretching too much, pull back at all times. You don't have to do the stretches quite as strongly as what I'm doing at any point. So come back to the middle. Let's do the other side. So decent step forwards, and then just lean in on that front knee. Keep the knee above or behind the ankle, and just enjoying that stretch as well. So the health considerations that we're going to be going through, if you have any of these particular health considerations, you will need to pay attention as we go through the sun sequence. If there are heart conditions, if you've got breathing issues, high or low blood pressure, knee, hip, spinal issues, if you're menstruating the first 1 to 3 days, there's some modifications, abdominal surgery, come back to the middle. I'll go through them in a second. And now just do a tiny little step, so 1 foot length ahead. So the foot is just a tiny bit ahead like this. I'll show you to the side. So your foot just goes 1 foot length ahead, then you just gently bend the knees, but keep the knees behind the toes if you can. And just go straight down. You should feel a stretch in the smaller calf muscle down the back there. So menstruating, abdominal surgery, shoulder issues, detached retina, glaucoma, eye and ear infections, and if you're pregnant. So just keep an eye out for the things that I do, that those things will pop up as we go through the sequence. So coming back, otherwise you're welcome to do the sun sequence with the full version. And then coming down on the other side, so I've switched legs. Okay, just feeling that stretch in the very small part of your lower calf at the back there. Okay, and then again, if you have any considerations about putting your head below your waist, blood pressure, heart condition, please keep your head above your waist for this one. So again, we've got the legs a fairly decent distance apart here. And you're turning your body to face your right foot. So this is your right foot, and then just leaning in. So trying to keep this front leg fairly straight. Just lean in until you feel a bit of a stretch in the back of the top of your front leg there, which is your hamstring. And again, keep your head above your waist if you're concerned about going below, blood pressure, heart condition, etc., or dizziness, vertigo. You can, of course, come much further down and even touch the floor if that feels comfortable for you, to really stretch out those hamstrings there. Give it a nice decent stretch. Lovely. And then gently walk your hands back up to guide you up. You can, of course, as a different modification for this, you can do this on the floor instead of doing the standing up version, which requires going kind of upside down here. And of course, you can share this video with anybody. They will happen about every fortnight, and they will line up with the planet's astrology and numerology. There's no catches here. I'm never going to charge you for these classes. And if you know anybody that might benefit from feeling a little bit more balanced, or a little bit more sort of in control of what's going on with their life, or even someone who just needs a bit of yoga, please do share it with them. So coming back up. Now we also need to do the latissimus dorsi, which is a bit of a tricky stretch. And I might have to pull this out of the back so I can show you, because we're going to be laying on our backs. So coming down, and having your back nice and flat. You can bend your knees there, just so you've got a lovely flat back. And then lift your hands up, but have your palms facing the direction above the crown of your head, okay? And then breathing in, lift the palms up, and then keep the elbows in, and allow the hands to go in underneath the shoulders, and really feel a stretch up the side of the body. And then releasing back out, breathing in, hands in. So the palms are now facing up to the sky, and feeling a stretch in under there. If you're quite flexible, you might not feel the stretch yet, so you might need to really scoop your hands in under there and feel a deep stretch. And then coming back out. So that's your latissimus dorsi stretch. Okay, lovely. So we've done all the stretches. We're going to get ready now for the actual class itself. Sorry, just adjusting myself here. Okay. Just always making sure you've got like some water nearby. Okay. So for the sun sequence, there's quite a few, obviously, as I said, quite a few modifications, quite a few things you need to watch out for. So I'm going to actually take you through a few of those first. One of the main modifications is the cat. So we'll come down into the cat just to have a little bit of a look at it. So your knees are directly below your hips, and your hands are directly below your shoulders. So breathe in. When you breathe out, you lift up your core muscles, squeeze your tummy in as if you're pulling them up to the sky. Breathing in, and then when you breathe out, you push the tailbone down towards the floor, and then very slowly and gently start to arch the spine up towards the sky. But it's more a pulling motion out beyond your head. And then breathing in, start with the tailbone, gently pushing it up to the sky, and very gentle arch. And again, it's like you're pulling your spine out beyond your head, and just looking a meter and a half ahead on the floor. And then reversing it, breathing out, pushing the tailbone down, and gently, eventually the head comes down to rest, and then repeating that. So the cat's a really good option for quite a few of these movements that we're going to be doing. Obviously, again, we're going to be bringing our hands up above the head, and if there are blood pressure issues, heart condition, shoulder issues, keep the hands lower. Okay, so just come to this height here. We're going to be doing quite a bit of just leaning forward. Okay, if you have heart conditions, blood pressure issues, just going through all of them here. If you're menstruating, first 1 to 3 days. If you've got a detached retina, glaucoma, eye or ear infections, or you're pregnant, you're not going to come down here all the way down. Okay, just come to this height. Okay, you even support yourself by holding onto your knees if you like, instead of coming all the way to the floor. So we're going to do quite a bit of that, and then we're going to be going into a runner, and I'll just show you what that looks like. The full version of the runner, you can just do like a nice square here. So both of the shin here and the thigh here are vertical, and we're going to be doing movements where you go down and then up like this. Again, for this movement, breathing issues, do this nice and slowly. If you have any concerns about your breathing, don't breathe quite so deeply when we do that movement. Again, blood pressure, the same thing. Knee and hip, you're probably going to be wanting to use a chair for this. Spinal issues, you know whether you can support yourself coming down or not. If the core's weak, or if the spine is having any problems, or back having any problems, go very, very shallow if you need to do that. Menstrual, of course, you're not going to be leaning in like this, so you can do gentle for this one. Same with abdominal surgery, and pregnant as well. You're not going to be pushing in here, of course. First trimester is fine for that one. So a modification for that one is grab your chair, and what you do is you sit, I'll show you from the front, you sit yourself half of your bottom on the chair and half the bottom off, and then you put the leg out the back. You can even use this to support you. You can grab onto the chair if you need to, and then just the gentle leaning forwards and back. I'll show you from the side. Okay, down and up. Alright, you can use both hands if you like. So definitely have that nearby if you need that one. Then we go down into a plank. Now, it should be fairly obvious who would not be doing this. So obviously if you have shoulder issues, wrist issues, elbow issues, the abdominal surgery, pregnant, menstruating, leg issues, any back issues, anything that's going to stop you from being able to hold yourself up, go down to the cat. Okay, so you're just going to stick with the cat for that one. Then we're going to go into the cobra. So we go down, and the cobra is the hands up against your chest here, and we do it in 3 parts. So we just do gentle, and then we come up a little bit higher, keep the belly button on the floor, and come up, but the belly button's still on the floor, the elbows are in, and we're looking straight ahead. So that's the full version. If you do need modification, you can come into the Sphinx. So just come up onto your elbows, and if you have the concerns that I'm about to mention, you can even have your hands further up and just come up very softly. Okay, so have the hands a lot more forward and come up softly. So of course you're not going to be doing any backward bends if you have recent abdominal surgery or abdominal issues. Obviously coming up really high shoulders, spinal issues, you'll modify. And pregnancy, you're not going to be in this position. I would go for the Sphinx. If you're in the first trimester, if you're in any other trimester, go for the cat. Okay. Then we go into the dog. So I will show you the full version of the dog. You're in the cat. If you have any of those concerns, I would stick with cat. Okay, including glaucoma, detached retina, eye, ear infections, pregnancy, first 3 days of your menstrual cycle, shoulder issues, knee issues, hip issues. I'm sorry for having to repeat these all the time, but it is pretty important. Heart condition, blood pressure, etc. Pretty much everything I mentioned, you're not going to do the dog. Okay, stick with the cat. All right, so that's the cat. You can stay with that, or you can curl up your back toes, making sure that your knees are in position so they're directly below your hips and your hands are directly below your shoulders. Curl up the back toes, push the bottom up to the sky, and the idea is to get the heels down to the floor. Okay, and pushing from the base of your spine as if you're pushing up to the sky. Okay, and then we come back down. Alright, so that is a fairly strong, it is a posture, it's an asana, and it's right in the middle of our sun sequence. Okay, so thank you for being patient with all those modifications. Now we're going to actually do the sequence itself. So just adjusting this so you can see me nice and clearly. And even though it does have all those modifications, it's definitely worth having a go. Even if you do have to modify everything. Of course, so what was I doing just then? Yeah, the cat, we've done that. So have the chair nearby. You can do pretty much the entire sequence on a chair, even the beginning bits. So when I start to do the movements up and down, you can be sitting on a chair, have your bottom at the tip of the chair, and just up and down. Okay, so you don't have to be off the chair if it's a little bit much to be standing. Okay, when we do the runners, you just put the leg out the side. When we do the things like the Sphinx, etc., you can just bring your hands to the front and just open up your chest. Of course, for the dog and everything, just lean forward. So everything can be done from the chair if you need it to. Okay, so I'm going to do the full version facing you. Okay, and I do suggest that you have your mat lengthways facing the television or whatever it is that you're watching this from. And we do it from there. Alright, so having a little sip of water if you've not done so already. Okay, so standing at the top of your mat, because you're going to need the space out the back, okay? And we're going to get ourselves into Tadasana. So lifting up one of your heels and just pivot the heel around. I might come back a little bit because you might not be able to see me. Pivot the heel around so that the heel touches the big toe on the other foot, and then pivot back on the ball of your foot. And that's about hip width apart distance there. Breathing in, when you breathe out, soften those knees. So nice soft knees all the way through this sequence. Move your awareness up to your hips and just pushing the hips a little bit forward and then back, and then finding that middle ground. Imagining you're holding a bowl of water in there and you want the bowl to stay nice and steady. And then move the awareness to the shoulders. And breathing in, rolling up, and breathing out, roll to the back. Breathing in and out, and in and out, and again, and out. And then breathing in, just squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the shoulders up a little bit of a tilt with the chin, and then breathing out, nice, release, and then breathing in again, and out. So you might feel like your shoulders are sitting lovely back a little bit, chest is nice and open, arms relaxed by your side, chin parallel to the floor, knees are still nice and soft. And breathing in. When you breathe out, lifting up your pelvic floor. So it's like a big muscle from the front to the back, just squeezing it like a little kaleidoscope, just squeezing it in. Not too strong for this this particular sequence. So maybe just 10 or 15% for that one. And then imagine there's a string attached to your sternum, lifting you up to the sky. And another string attached to the crown of your head, lifting you up. You might feel your spine lengthen as you do this. Okay, lovely. So now you're ready to begin the sun sequence. And please do be aware of your modifications as we start to work our way through it. So closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just gaze very softly at the floor if you have any vertigo issues or concerns about closing your eyes in this position. And take yourself to the coast. Imagine that you've gotten up fairly early in the morning for a nice brisk walk down by the shore on the beach, and you've come to a lovely beach, and the sun's just about to start rising over the horizon. It's a fairly crisp morning, but you're not cold. You're quite invigorated. And you turn your body out towards the ocean and the sun rising up over the horizon. And you decide you're going to do the salutation to the sun sequence, so that you can really feel invigorated and empowered and take on that solar energy and move forward and be focused and very clear about what it is, what direction you're moving in, to be inspired and to really feel that dynamic creativity and resourcefulness, spontaneity and enthusiasm. You're starting to feel a little bit of the warmth coming onto your body, a little bit of the sun. You take a deep breath in, feel like you're filling up your tummy with breath. Breathing out, just feeling the whole body relaxing into Tadasana. And then gently opening your eyes, still standing there on the beach, feeling that sand between your toes, feeling invigorated. And then we're going to start our stretches in the sun sequence. So breathing in, I'll do the modification first, so just a gentle lean back. And breathing out, pushing the bottom out the back, and the modification would be just touching your knees. Breathing in, curling up the spine, back up. I'll do the full version now. So it's a little bit of a back bend. And breathing out, rolling down towards the floor, if you're comfortable with that. And again, breathing in, curling up. Come back to the front and breathing out. Do this as slowly as you need to, and if you do have concerns about the over breathing, just do it nice and gently. Breathing in and out. Feel yourself basking in the sunlight, really harnessing that energy, that creativity, the focus, the clarity. We'll just do one more. Breathing in, gently coming up. And breathing out. This time allowing the hands to stay on the floor, grabbing your chair if you need to do the runner. And then allow the right foot to go back in preparation for the runner. And breathing out, gently pushing the palms up to the sky, chest forward. Then breathing in, just allow the hands to come to about the waist area. Breathing out. Breathing in, up to the heart. Breathing out. And breathing in up to the third eye. And then allow the hands to come back down to the floor, coming into the cat. And please do stay in the cat if you need to. And if you're feeling adventurous today and you know you're okay to do it, you can come out into the plank. So the full version of the plank is I'll just show you to the side while you're getting yourself into it, is a perfectly straight line from your head down to your toes, and your hands are directly below your shoulders. This is an excellent workout, by the way, for pretty much every muscle in your body. And then, actually I might stay there so I can show you the side version of the next movement. And then gently coming down to the floor. Of course you can be on the chair for this, or you can stay in the cat for the cobra. Okay, so for the cobra the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. If you know you need to do the Sphinx, please put the hands near your ears. And breathing in, when you breathe out, engage your core, push your pelvis into the floor. Imagine a little mini new moon just at the base of your spine. And you're going to allow that mini moon to work its way up your spine. Breathing in, create a hollow at the base of the spine. Imagine you're pushing a marble away with your nose, just coming up a little bit. Pushing up a little bit and breathing out. And again, create the hollow, breathing in, up a little bit higher, breathing out. Then breathing in, coming up into the full version, belly button still on the floor, elbows are in, looking straight ahead, and looking up with just your eyes. And then looking straight ahead, breathing out. And then everybody coming up just into the cat. Of course, staying in the cat, if you have any concerns about going into the dog, checking that your knees are directly below your hips and your hands are directly below your shoulders before you go up into the dog, if you're okay to do that. Curling up the back toes, breathing in, lifting up the bottom, breathing out, releasing the heels if you can to the floor, and really pushing. Imagine that there's a string pushing your hips up into the sky. If at any point you start to feel dizzy or like it's too much, please come back down into the cat. Feel like you're really letting go of your past here. This is a great movement to release the past. And because our moon is over the south node, it's an excellent opportunity to release the past. Really feeling that release. And that big stretch. Imagine there's a string lifting your hips up to the sky. And then very gently coming back down into your cat. And then we're going to be going to the other side. So now you're going to be having your left leg back and your right leg out the front. And we're pretty much going to be doing the same sort of looking bit again. So breathing out, breathing in, just to the hips, breathing out, In up to the throat and out, and in up to the third eye. Then allow the hands to come back down to the floor, just near your front foot, and then allow your left foot to come back up to where it started up, at the front of your mat. And even at this point, you can place your fingers underneath your toes and just do a little short peace posture. So breathing in, imagine the breath going up the back of the legs, pausing at the base of your spine, and breathing out, allow the breath to travel up the spine, down your arms, back to your toes. Breathing in again up the back of the spine, up the back of the legs. Pause at the base of the spine, breathe out, follow the breath up the spine, down the arms, back to the toes. And one more time, breathing in up the back of the legs. Pause at the base of the spine, and breathing out up the spine, down the arms, back to where you were. Now you might be feeling a little bit dizzy here, so please take this nice and slowly. You can walk your hands up if you need to, breathing in. Opening up. You should feel quite invigorated. And breathing out. Back to what we started with at the beginning. Breathing in, you're still at the beach. You're still basking in that sunlight as the sun's just coming up over the horizon. And out. And then come into Tadasana. And come into Namaste, and just allow yourself to rest there for a few moments. Really feeling that sand between your toes. Close your eyes if you like for a moment. Feeling that sun coming onto your face. Feeling yourself starting to feel quite empowered, quite energized, emotionally and mentally balanced, quite focused. Very clear. The clarity is starting to come. Inspired, creative, and resourceful. And then we're going to go on the other side. So opening the eyes and breathing in, modifying if you need to, gentle back bend, breathing out. Breathing in, coming up, and out. Breathing in, and out. Now we're going to start with the left leg out the back. So the opposite to what we just did. Breathing out and in to the hips and out and in up to the throat and out and in up to the third eye. Then bring the hands down to the front where your right foot is. You can either go straight into the plank or you can come into your cat. So go into the cat if you need to. If you're okay to do the plank, legs out the back, into the plank. Feel that strength, that vitality, that dynamism, the energy of the sun. And gently coming down in preparation for the cobra or the sphinx. Breathing in when you breathe out. Engage your core, push your pelvis into the floor. Just go back a little bit further. Imagining that mini new moon at the base of your spine. Breathing in, create a hollow at the space of the spine. Allow the mini moon and the hollow to walk up your spine. Push the marble away with your nose. Come up just a little bit, breathing in and out. In, a little bit higher and out. In. Allowing your belly button to stay on the floor, elbows in, looking straight ahead. Look up with just your eyes. And then breathing out, coming back down. Coming into your cat. Now staying in the cat if you're concerned about the dog at all. Curling up the back toes if you'd like to go into the dog. Breathing in, push the bottom up to the sky. Breathing out, allow the heels to start to come towards the floor. Feel that stretch up to the sky. If at any point you're starting to feel dizzy or sore or like this is too much, please come back down into the cat. Imagine there's a string attached to the base of your spine, lifting you to the sky. And as you breathe out, feel yourself releasing and letting go of things from the past, even past lives. While this moon is over the south node, a good opportunity to release from the past. Coming back down into the dog, allowing your right leg to stay at the back. Bring your left leg up to the front. Breathing out and in to the waist and out. And in up to the throat and out. And in up to the third eye. And then bring the hands down to the front near your left foot. Curl up the back toe. Step yourself up to the front of your mat again. And again you can place your hands, your fingers underneath your toes. Close your eyes if you like. Breathing in, imagine the breath travelling up the back of the legs. Pause at the base of the spine. Breathe out, up the spine, down the arms, back to where you started. Breathing in, imagine the breath going up the back of the legs. Pause at the top of the in-breath at the base of your spine. Breathe out, up the spine, down the arms, back to where you started. Then one more time, breathing in, up the back of the legs. Pause at the base of the spine. Breathing out, up the spine, down the arms, back to where you started. And then again, you can gently walk your hands up your legs if you need to. And then breathing in, up and down, taking it nice and easy here. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And in. And then coming down into Namaste. And again resting, you can close your eyes for a moment, take yourself back to the beach. The sun is really starting to rise up over the horizon now. Feeling very energized, very resourceful, creative, focused and clear. And then opening your eyes and then turning the hands in such a way that the right palm is faced up and your left palm is face down, and then opening up the arms. So we're going to be going around to your right, so we're going to be going around this way. And we're going to be saying a mantra, which is a salutation to the sun. And I'll say it once. I'll go around once so you can hear it. And we're going to be doing it 3 times. So I'll just show you. Sorry, something on my face there. I'll show you once, and then we'll do it together. And you can do the mantra in your head if you like, or you can say it out loud. So breathing in. Om Shri Suryara Namaha. Okay, so that's the mantra. So we'll do it 3 times together. So breathing in. Om Shri Suryara Namaha. Pause at the front. Breathe in. Om Shri Suryara Namaha. Breathing in. Om Shri Suryara Namaha. And then breathe the hands back in. Breathing in, hands into Namaste. Breathe out, rest them on your chest, closing your eyes again. Just feeling like maybe something's awakened inside of you, and energy's awakened. Of course, you can rewind and do the sequence as many times as you like. But as I said, not at night time, because it's going to keep you awake. Well, not just before bed. So taking a deep breath in, breathing out, feeling that release. Feel the creativity and the energy forming inside of you. The openness, the dynamic energy, the resourcefulness and spontaneity and enthusiasm starting to build inside your body. The clarity, the clearness about the way forward over the next fortnight. And just opening your eyes gently and releasing your mudra. Definitely having a drink of water and preparing yourself for your deep relaxation. So for your deep relaxation, you'll be laying on your back. It is a lovely idea to have a blankie over you if that's comfortable for you. Obviously, if it's summer, it could be a thin sheet or a very thin blanket. Or a lovely thick yoga blanket is fantastic for the winter time. If you do get lower back issues, please put something rolled up underneath your knees. It could be a rolled up mat or a pillow or something like that. And if you preferably have nothing underneath your head, have your head flat on the floor, releasing any piggy tails or anything, anything like that might get in the way. If you are pregnant, please do lay on your left side. Don't lay on your back, of course. And if you know that laying on the floor is just not going to work for you, please sit in a chair. There's not a problem with doing that. If you're concerned about that at all. So for the next, it goes for 20 minutes. If you've never done a deep relaxation before, this is the gem. This is one of the best parts of the any yoga class. And maybe don't expect to go quite so deeply, but as you practice this and you do more and more deep relaxations each week, your body starts to relax a lot quicker and a lot deeper, which is really wonderful, beautiful bonus there. Just allow yourself just to relax as far as you do, and of course you can watch this video as many times as you like and do as many relaxations as you like. And this can be done any time of the day, not a problem. It's a really good recharger for the coming towards the 3 p.m. sleepy time. It's a really good one to do, and I actually do it most days around that time. So it's a lovely thing to do. Okay. So laying on your back, unless of course pregnant or can't lay on your back, please do the modifications. And checking that you do feel nice and warm and cozy and nice wrapped up like a cocoon there. And allow your spine just to have its natural curvature. Having your arms out by your side, palms faced up. And tucking your chin in just a little bit so you have a lovely long neck. And just giving yourself permission to deeply relax here and just to really settle. And allow that energy from the solar salutation to the sun to really sink into your body. It is a relaxation, but it's also the opportunity for the energy to settle in your body and become a part of your being for the next week or so. So move your awareness down to your toes, and your feet. And breathing in, squeezing your toes and your feet. Nice big squeeze. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, pushing the toes away from the body. Feel that big stretch in the shins. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, push the heels away from the body, the toes up towards the head. Feel a big stretch in the calf muscles. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the body, up to the knees. Breathing in, gently pushing those knees down in towards the floor. Feel the quads engaged to do this. And then breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the legs, up to the buttocks. Breathing in, squeezing the buttocks. Feel like the hips are rising just a little bit up towards the sky. And then breathing out, release. Move your awareness to the lower part of your back. Breathing in, gently pushing the lower part of your back down in towards the floor. Feel that gentle pressure between your lower back and the floor. And then breathing out, release. Keep your awareness in your lower back. Breathing in again, gently pushing your lower back down in towards the floor. Feel that gentle pressure. And then breathing out, release. Move your awareness around to the front of the torso. Breathing in, squeeze those abdominal muscles down in towards the floor. Nice big squeeze. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness further up the torso, up to the chest. Breathing in, pushing that chest up towards the sky. And at the same time, push the shoulder blades in underneath the body. And breathing out, release. And then reversing that motion, breathing in, pushing the shoulders up towards the sky. At the same time, pushing the chest down in towards the floor. Feel that beautiful big stretch on the shoulder blades. And breathing out, release. Move the awareness across the shoulders, down the arms, all the way down to both of your hands and fingertips. Breathing in, gently curling your fingers over to make a nice soft fist with both hands. And breathing out, release. Breathing in again, make a much stronger fist with both hands and lifting both arms just a few centimeters off the floor. And as you breathe out, releasing those fingers and allowing them to be as far away from each other as possible. Turn the palms in towards the body, down towards the floor and even a little further around. And turning the palms back in towards the body and then up towards the sky. Even a little bit further. And breathing out, releasing the arms and the hands back down to the floor. Palms faced up. Move the awareness back up the arms, up to your neck. Breathing in, squeezing the neck. Nice big squeeze. And breathing out, Release. Move the awareness up to the chin and the jaw, the mouth and the tongue. And without making any sounds, imagine you're saying the letters A, E, I, O, U. And opening the mouth really wide and doing a lovely big yawn. Pointing the tongue up to the sky, across to the right, across to the left, round in a circle in one direction, and around in the other direction. Place your tongue back in your mouth and engage your jaw. Allow your jaw to go around in one direction, and then around in the other direction. And then release the jaw and close the mouth. Make a frown and a smile at the same time. Push those eyebrows all the way down and lift up the corners of the mouth as high as you can. Big breath in and breathing out. Release that frowny smile. And looking all over your face for all the muscles you can find. And breathing in, squeezing all the facial muscles. Nice big breath in, big squeeze. Your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, chin and jaw. Big breath in, big squeeze. And breathing out. Release. Move your awareness to just behind your ears. And all over your scalp. Excuse me. Imagining that you can squeeze this area. Breathing in, giving it a lovely big squeeze. And breathing out. Release. Then make a request that you would like all the effects of fear to be cleansed and vacuumed from your body. Move your awareness to a beautiful celestial vacuum tube at the crown of your head. Request the speed you would like this vacuum tube to go at today. Slow, medium or fast. And then allowing this vacuum tube to work its way into the crown of your head, cleansing and vacuuming away all the effects of fear from behind your eyes, your right ear, the back of your head, your left ear, vacuuming into your sinus area, vacuuming down into your mouth, the left side of your jaw, the right side of your jaw. You can see all the darkness and blackness going up this vacuum tube and away to be recycled. Vacuuming down your throat, your neck, vacuuming down into your right lung, vacuuming down your right arm into your right hand and fingertips, vacuuming back up your right arm into your right shoulder, vacuuming across to your left shoulder, down your left arm into your left hand and fingertips, vacuuming back up your left arm into your left lung, and vacuuming into your heart. And then vacuuming into your stomach. And vacuuming into your pancreas, your spleen, your liver, your left kidney, your right kidney. Vacuuming down into your bowels, your lower pelvic organs, your left hip, your right hip. Vacuuming down your right leg through your right knee, all the way down to your right foot and toes. Vacuuming back up your right leg into your right buttocks, across to your left buttocks. Vacuuming down your left leg through your left knee, all the way down to your left foot and toes. And then requesting that all the space that's now being created by cleansing and vacuuming away all the effects of fear from your body be filled up with beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And so the switch on the vacuum tube is reversed. And as you breathe in, this beautiful, bright, white, healing light enters your left toes, your left foot and ankle, your left lower leg, knee, upper leg and buttocks. And as you breathe out, this beautiful, bright, white, healing light settles into all of your left leg. The tube moves across to your right foot. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your right toes, your right foot and ankle, your right lower leg, knee, upper leg and buttocks. And as you breathe out, this beautiful, bright, white, healing light settles into all of your right leg. The tube moves down to the base of your pelvis. As you breathe in, this beautiful, bright, white, healing light enters your pelvic area, your middle torso, your upper torso, your chest, heart and lungs. And as you breathe out, this beautiful, bright, white, healing light settles into all of your torso. The tube moves across to your right hand. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your right fingertips, fingers, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and your right shoulder. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your right arm. The tube moves across to your left hand. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters your left fingertips, your left fingers, palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and your left shoulder. And as you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into all of your left arm. The tube moves down to the base of your spine. As you breathe in, this beautiful light enters the base of your spine and works its way up into every single disc and vertebrae in your lumbar spine, your thoracic spine, up into your cervical spine, your neck, your head, and the crown of your head. As you breathe out, this beautiful light settles into your head, your neck, and your spine. Your whole body is now glistening and gleaming and sparkling with this beautiful, bright white, healing light. And you affirm to yourself, I am balance, I am clarity, I am focus, I am safe, all is well. I am balance, I am clarity, I am focus, I am safe, all is well. I am balance, I am clarity. I am focus. I am safe. All is well. And just allowing yourself to rest with those affirmations for a few moments. And then move your awareness to a space just above the crown of your head. Imagine there's a ball of beautiful, bright, golden light hovering there just above the floor. You take a deep breath in and all of this beautiful golden light comes from the ball, works its way into the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, this beautiful golden light showers down your head, your neck, your spine, down your shoulders, arms, hands and fingertips, showering down your torso, through your legs, through your knees, all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Every single cell in your body has been re-energized, revitalized and rejuvenated by this beautiful golden light. And you start to notice what parts of your body are touching the floor. Your heels, your calves, your buttocks, your shoulders, backs of your arms, backs of your hands, and the back of your head. And you start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And you very gently bring your knees up to your chest and give them a lovely hug with your arms. Gently rocking them from side to side, around in a circle in one direction, and then around in the other direction. And then gently rolling over to your right side, resting your head on your right arm, and using this important moment to consolidate what it is we've done so far in this yoga class. We did the beautiful sun salutation, Surya Namaskara, which allows the solar energy within you to be enhanced. It creates dynamic creativity, resourcefulness, spontaneity, enthusiasm, expressed through your thoughts and actions. It creates emotional and mental balance, clarity, focus, and opening in the chest, and brings you very much into the present moment, allowing you to work your way through these new beginnings and releasing the past as we go through our solar eclipse in Aquarius on Friday the 16th of February. Also allowing us to work our way through this 4 universal month and the 2 universal day. And of course we did our deep relaxation, which re-energizes, revitalizes and rejuvenates our entire body and entire mind in preparation for the rest of your day and for your week, fortnight to come. And imagining yourself sitting in the upright position before you move. And keeping your eyes closed, gently pushing you up into a sitting position. And then rubbing those palms together, creating a lovely warmth between your hands. And then placing those nice warm hands over your closed eyes. And then allowing your eyes to open in that nice, warm, safe, dark place. And then gently tapping the forehead, the temples, the chin and the jaw. Back up to the top of the head, the back of the head, the shoulders, the chest, down the side of your body, thighs and knees, even your buttocks. And shake out the side. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out. Nice big shoulder roll. And welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your deep relaxation. We're going to do a quick little bit of pranayama, and then we're going to do our solar eclipse meditation. So because of time constraints, we're going to be a little bit quicker on the pranayama than what I actually intended for us to do today. What we'll do actually is a quick little chakra cleanse, a quick little bit of Kapalabhati, which is a cleansing of the brain. If you do suffer from dizziness or breathing difficulties or anything like that, you're just going to stick with the deep yogic breath. So we'll do the deep yogic breath first, and with that we'll do the mudra of tolerance. So the deep yogic breath, you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing through your nose, imagine you're filling up your tummy with air, so expand the tummy, then expand the chest, and then the upper chest. Pause, and then breathing out, empty the tummy, the chest, and the upper chest. So we're going to be doing that movement. We're going to be doing it with the mudra of tolerance. I believe we did this last fortnight actually. Really good one to do when you're having a 4 universal month or a 4 day, or anything to do with 4 really, because there can be a lot of impatience, anger and frustration that comes along with a vigorous 4, getting things done kind of an energy. And also when we've got all these planets moving forward, we've got these new beginnings, and particularly you might want to do this one when we have that on Monday the 12th, because of those strong relationship issues that might come up, and also on the 17th, and of course on our solar eclipse day, which is the 16th. So you place your little fingers and your ring fingers together, and the palms are facing in towards the heart. Later we'll add the next 2 fingers and then the thumbs. So just sitting up nice and tall, and then breathing in, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, and breathing out, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, breathing in, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, and out, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause. Then adding the middle fingers and the pointer fingers together. Feel that strong connection between the fingers. Breathing in, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, and out, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause. In, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, and out, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause. At the thumbs, breathing in, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, and out, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause. Breathing in, feel the tummy, chest, upper chest, pause, and out, tummy, chest, upper chest, pause. and just releasing that mudra. We're going to do a quick little Kapalabhati. So as I said, if you're concerned about blood pressure issues, dizziness, breathing difficulties, please just stick with your deep yogic breath that we just did. Otherwise, it's just a quick little, what you're doing is you're breathing in through your nose, filling up your tummy, and when we do the breaths, we do a quick little, so you're just pushing your diaphragm up, releasing the breath quickly, and tiny little in-breaths as you do them. If you'd like, you can add the movements. We did this last fortnight, just a quick little swish, 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 swish. Okay, so it's going to be 6 little breaths. So you can follow me if you like, or you can, as I said, go to the deep yogic instead. So coming up, and just as wide as your shoulders. Don't go all the way out. So just as wide as your shoulders. So breathing in through the tummy. Okay, just a movement like that. And again. And one more time. Whoopsie. Breathing in. Lovely. So we're going to go into our solar meditation. It's a solar eclipse meditation today. It's usually a little bit longer. I usually do a bit more visualization, but I'll probably cut it a tiny bit short today due to the time that we're up to now. Sitting in a meditative position, you're quite welcome to sit on a chair, but just make sure your feet are touching the ground. Put a pillow underneath if you need to, and keep your back away from the back of the chair. So see if you can sit yourself upright if that's possible for you. And just going into the mudra of wisdom for this one. So it's just your thumbs and your pointer fingers touching, palms faced up on your lap. Otherwise, you can do palms face down or coming in. And I hope you enjoy it. So closing your eyes or gazing very softly at the floor if you prefer. I'm just going to settle the body first before we go into the visualization. So breathing in, move your awareness to your toes, your feet, your ankles, your lower leg, knees, upper leg and buttocks. As you breathe out, allow your whole lower body to sink down into the floor. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your pelvis, your middle torso, upper torso, chest, heart and lungs. And as you breathe out, allow your whole torso to sink down into the sitting position. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your fingertips, your fingers, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, and your shoulders. And as you breathe out, allow your arms and hands and shoulders to rest and settle in the mudra. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your spine, your neck, your head and the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, allow your head, your neck and your spine to rest and settle into your sitting position. And take yourself back to that beach that you did the salutation to the sun on. You're sitting there just like this, on the sand, facing the ocean. The sun's a little bit higher now. You're nice and comfortable. There are a few people around you in the distance on the beach, children playing, people walking and talking. You can feel the sand underneath your body, feel the connection with the earth. You can hear the ocean waves crashing on the beach. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. And as you're sitting there enjoying this environment, what feels like a bit of a shadow starts to move across your body. And you notice that it's like a shadow is moving over the face of the sun. and you realize that it's a solar eclipse. That the moon is actually coming between you and the sun. And as this moon starts to cover the face of the sun, you notice that your base chakra, right down at the base of your spine, starts to slow down, come to a place of stillness. And then your sacral chakra, a little higher up, starts to come to stillness as well. And as the moon moves even further across the face of the sun, your solar plexus up behind your tummy starts to move into stillness, into darkness, as if in preparation for something. The moon moves a little further across. Your heart chakra slows down, moves into a place of stillness in the darkness. And then your throat chakra, your third eye, and then your crown chakra. And as this starts to happen, and the moon completely covers the face of the sun, you notice that the people around you in the distance start to slow down and also come to a place of stillness and silence, as if in preparation for something. And you look up to where the moon and the sun are, and you notice a ring of fire around the outside of the shadow. You breathe in and you find any ailments, any fears, any pain or tension in your body or your mind, anything from the past you've not yet let go of. And as you breathe out, you send all of that pain, fear, worry, and things from the past up into that ring of fire and release. You breathe in again, you go to the place in your body or your mind where you're experiencing pain, frustration, fear, anxiety, or you're holding on to something from the past. As you breathe out, you transform it into red light and send it up into that ring of fire. And you start to notice that the moon continues to move across the sun. And parts of the sun start to shine again. Your base chakra starts to move again nice and slowly. Beautiful ruby red chakra spinning at the base of your spine. You feel safe, you feel secure. Then your sacral chakra, beautiful crystal orange energy center just behind your navel, starts to spin again. And you affirm, my relationships are sound and stable and rewarding. The moon moves a little further across, the sun starts to beam out from behind the moon. Your solar plexus starts to move again, a little bit faster than the other two. Beautiful, bright yellow, golden yellow energy center just behind your tummy. And you affirm, I am resourceful, I am empowered. Then you notice that your heart chakra, beautiful emerald green energy center, starts to spin again a little faster than the other three. You affirm, my heart is open to this new beginning, to this letting go of the past. As the moon's almost completely moved away from the sun, you feel the sunlight shining on your body. You feel the people around you starting to move and start to make noise again. Your throat chakra beams and starts to move. You affirm to yourself, it is safe for me to communicate my thoughts and feelings. And then your third eye opens up and starts to move. Beautiful indigo colour. You affirm to yourself, the way forward is very clear. I am moving forward. And then your crown opens up. The sun shines again. And you allow yourself to rest in this stillness, in this warmth for a few moments. Breathing in, move your awareness to your crown of your head, your neck, shoulders, arms, hands and fingertips, your upper torso, middle torso and pelvic area. And as you breathe out, allow your whole upper body to come back into this room, into this present moment in time. Breathing in again, move your awareness to your buttocks, your upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet and toes. And as you breathe out, allow your whole body to come back into this room, into this present moment in time. Have a sense of where your body is in the room. And then gently opening your eyes and releasing your mudra. You might want to rub your hands, give yourself a little bit of a tap. Shake your arms, waking yourself up. I hope you enjoyed that solar eclipse meditation. I hope you enjoyed the actual yoga class. Please give me feedback if you'd like to. Any constructive criticism or positive feedback is always very welcome. And please do share this with anybody that you think might benefit from doing a regular yoga class. And I look forward to seeing you in the next fortnight. Have a beautiful solar eclipse in Aquarius. And I look forward to seeing you then. Namaste.